Going to have Rachel Herman, the principal of Lowell, talk on AVID, and I bet you she's probably going to have a team. And then after that, we're going to hear from our Core 2060 robotics team. So we'll have Rachel take it away.
All right.
Welcome.
I have a crew. I don't think I just have a team. I've got a crew here tonight. So come on up, you guys. You guys can stand right here.
Oh, this looks like a good crew, too. All right, welcome, you guys.
Well, thank you for having us, you guys. We are super excited to share with you Lowell's journey into AVID.
Thank you.
So Miss Evelyn here is passing out our presentation just in case we have technical difficulties, which I know doesn't usually happen here, but just in case, we're prepared. So I have with me several of our teachers as well as several students who are going to share the work that we've been doing over the course of this year. So I have Michelle Creasy, she is our 5th grade teacher. Kelly Weiss-Galacki is our speech and language pathologist. Courtney Konechka is our instructional coach. Becca Wipashinsky is our 2nd grade teacher. And then I have Miss Evelyn, Miss Ava, Miss Madison, Mr. Adler, Miss Summer, and Miss Julia. Some 2nd, 3rd, and 5th graders who are really the key players behind the results that you're going to see tonight that we've been able to leverage since implementing AVID at Lowell. So because they are the key players, I'm going to let them take it away. I'm going to start with Courtney Konechka, who's going to share with you some of the celebrations we have.
So like Rachel said, we'd like to start with our celebrations. We have piloted AVID in grades 2 through 5 this year. And this year we've really focused on our organizational toolkits, as you'll be seeing the students share with you in a little bit. And we've also been focusing on focused note-taking. One of the celebrations we have is that by fall of 2019, we will have 100% of our core academic teachers at Lowell. They will have received training in AVID, and we're already great progress on that goal. We have a core team who attended AVID Summer Institute last summer, and we've also had numerous teachers attend the AVID workshops throughout the school year. We have another team going to the AVID Summer Institute this summer, as well as our teachers will be attending the AVID pathway at the SDW Summer Institute as well. We're really looking forward to next year and continuing to implement AVID and allow it to weave together with our social emotional focus that we've had this year, because we believe that they fit really nicely together.
All right, so my part's really short because I enlisted one of our 5th graders to do most of it. But Summer's going to tell you a little bit about the binders that we use. And our binders are our learning toolkits, and they're a key component of AVID organization. So come on over, Summer. And the rest of our Lowell Leopards are going to show you some samples of our learning toolkit. Oh, I'm sorry.
We're going to let you preview for a minute, and then Summer is going to talk for a minute.
This is the same binder that everyone has, and then inside we have
Like to use all the time.
Sure.
Okay.
Other thing over. There's cookies up on the other side.
I
love Post-it notes. Look, I always carry my own Post-it notes around.
Wow.
Good for you.
Our grammar.
Oh, okay. So you save time.
Why do you have 3 columns?
Math. This column, the first column, is for so every time we get an assessment, hubbies, we put all of our
That's not too much. That's pretty good. So you have a place for almost everything, it looks like.
like that's some information right here. The only
That you gathered up? Okay, okay.
upside down.
Okay.
So if I were So when we switch classes, it's really easy, so we don't have to go back and forth to places and get all of our stuff.
There. Can I do a waterfall? You think they'll respond? Lowell Leopards, can I get a waterfall? So we're gonna have Summer. We're gonna have you guys come back, and board members, we're gonna give you a chance to ask any questions that you might have, but we're gonna have Summer showcase the highlights of the binders. Are you ready, Miss Summer? Yeah. All right. Take that for a second.
Our binders are our learning toolkits. They help us stay organized and organize our thinking while we're learning. Whether at home or while moving from class to class, we always have the materials we need with us. It helps us continue our learning at home, and we can share what we are learning with our families. We have a color-coded system to help us keep each subject organized. We like our binders. It makes us feel important, and it makes us feel in charge of our learning.
Thanks. Another key component with AVID is writing, and we chose this year at Lowell to work on focused note taking. So students are going to come around and show you. You can go back to the same people you were at. They will take out of their binder their notebooks to show you. We worked with 2-column and 3-column note taking this year, and it's a way for students to organize their thinking and to interact with different texts and information that they're learning.
Let's go back to the notes.
Color coded, so I actually didn't do these.
Yep, okay.
So basically, on the back, so like it tells you what to like underline and what to color code different types. So like there's all these different types of colors, and on here it tells you like what to classify the color by what it was.
Is this provided to you, or do you, the students, write this?
Questions, and then he used that to write like a paragraph or two.
I think so.
Shares it. Okay, and so then what do you do with this?
Comprehension questions on the reading. So it helps us by sorting.
Okay, what are the
So
steps?
like if we need to look back on a certain subject, we can look for the color-coded system, look back and look for the color, and that evidence or what we need is right there, so we don't have to skim the whole
Oh,
paragraph.
okay.
So it's just like a way of organizing our thinking on paper using color coding and underlining. So we all have it.
These are,
like,
and then it says who did this?
Very nice.
Like the subheading?
yeah.
Have you ever seen those little white stickers that it looks like a Cheerio
Lowell Leopards,
on
bring
your
it back, bring it
papers so
back.
that they don't get through?
Bring it back, bring it back.
Do they still make those?
Yeah.
I'll get you some.
With our note taking as well, learners were able to set goals. They came up with their own student designed rubric as to what they felt was important. After using note taking 2 to 3 times, they realized what things needed to be there to make them successful. And so they were able to work with a teacher and assess themselves and set goals for their next round of note taking to help them with their learning. Also, we've been incorporating what's called AVID Weekly. AVID sends out articles that are relevant information. The 2nd and 3rd graders here had those. If you saw those, very high leverage articles, and the students get to dig in and use a lot of different strategies around them when it comes to reading strategies as well as note taking.
Thank you.
Okay, and then the last thing we couldn't leave here without talking about is our state report card. And we are very proud to share that we received an overall score of 87.7 on our DPI report card, placing us for the 3rd year in a row in the highest category of significantly exceeds expectations. Lowell's very proud of that. And the next piece of data we wanted to share that is pulled from that state report card is our student growth. And we just want to draw your attention to the upward trajectory, like the arrow moving upward. If you look at the school year 2017 to 2018, Lowell scored 99 out of a possible 100 points in that school growth. And that is students meeting their projected growth targets on the forward exam. And that, as you can see, is significantly above the state average. So that's another piece of data that we are very proud of. And we are excited to come back next school year or next year and showcase the growth we've made again. So thank you very much.
Although 99 out of 100, it might be really hard to beat. So if we take a little dip, it's okay.
You can't hold that against me.
That's what 100's for, Rachel. Do we have any questions? Yes, Mr. Baumgart.
And I think I'm going to ask the kids this question, or you can help if you. Is this making their job at work at school harder, or is it easier?
Could you go over? Could you speak over at the
that
podium,
microphone? Then we
please?
can. Here you got one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Easier because then it's easier because then you have it at like when you're transferring classes and you don't have to like carry like all the stuff. All you have to do is like carry it by its handle and it's like there.
Well, thank you. You guys agree? Oh, they're all nodding yes. That's good.
Mrs. Reinachek.
Thank you. So I was wondering if you had any siblings or anyone, maybe friends that go to different schools, cousins, relatives, parents, that you're trying to help them organize and teach them how to do this. Yeah? Can you give me an example?
So I have 3 other sisters. So my littler sister, she also has a binder, but it was less organized when she first came home. So me and one of my other sisters had to help her like try to make it more neat than she had it.
Heather?
Actually had a classmate who's had a pretty messy and dirty binder that one day I kind of helped them clean it out a little because there were like papers flying everywhere and folders were falling out of their binder every time they set it down. So, yeah. There's been some.
Any other questions? Well, boys and girls, you did an excellent job. Teachers, too. Keep up the fantastic work. Does anybody else have any general comments that they want to make on how AVID has helped them? Or their students?
Oh, I thought you were asking the board. I'm sorry. Did you want to say something?
AVID is, I absolutely love it. I thank the board and the district for investing in it. I think it's great for teachers, and it's the research-based strategies and that to help students with their learning and organization. When I had a coaching cycle with Amanda Wagner, the AVID for our district rep, and she came in, I'm like, are we really doing this with second graders, like this note-taking? And after about 2 rounds of it, they are now independently setting up their notes, taking off with it, learning how to read them. Again, just one of those things you can't underestimate what they're capable of. And AVID has amazing tools to help us as teachers with the curriculum we have. So I thank you guys for investing. It's great.
I will add one. Sorry, you want to go?
Go ahead.
I would just add that something that I think our whole building has embraced about AVID is that it's not a program. That AVID benefits all students, regardless of what career trajectory they're on, regardless of their background, their socioeconomic status. It is good for all kids. And when we look at what our role is as public servants, it is to support every one of these kiddos, to be able to open the doors that are in front of them. And this is a system that is nationally renowned, research-based, proven to be able to do that. And so I think that there's no question about buy-in or is this what's best, because we know that it's for all of them, and that's who we're here for.
And did you want to say something?
She pretty much said what I
Sounds good. Good.
A diverse population of students with varying needs. I see this as something that universally supports all of our learners on both ends of the continuum. So.
Excellent. Well, Mr. Bumgard.
Yeah, you were one of the first of 2 elementary schools that got into this, right?
Correct.
Are you having any jealous neighbors or the other schools?
I may have a jealous principal in the back over there. So, but I know that the district's mission and vision is to bring AVID to all of the elementary schools. And so I know that it's expanding next year, and I think the vision is that it will continue to expand. So I don't know that jealousy is the right word. Maybe just a little envious that we get to go first.
But tied to that would be something we did so well with our iPads and stuff. The first wave, we used to call it, was there to help the second wave, et cetera, et cetera.
Correct.
Do you see any of that opportunity coming at you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes.
That was one thing that we talked about, is just that, that learning progression that we've done this year, and that we can help others then as well.
Great.
Learn from what
Thank you.
experienced.
Thanks. Mr. Dietz.
Rachel, could you tell me a little bit about the staff training that's been involved?
Sure. So we started with a team of 10 people that we took to the first AVID Summer Institute, which was last year in Minneapolis. Lowell has a building leadership team, and that is our AVID site team. So AVID requires that you have a site team as part of its programming, and so we decided to not separate the two. So our building leadership team, which is composed of teachers from across varying content areas as well as grade levels. We have a speech and language pathologist, all the way to our special education teachers, to our school psychologist went to the training. We really felt strongly that everybody needed to have an understanding. And then throughout the year, we engage teachers in what are called AVID workshops that are done by AVID certified instructors. So to teach AVID practices to others, you have to be a certified AVID instructor. So they've engaged in that throughout the year. And then, like Courtney referenced, we're going to be sending another team this summer as well. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your presentation tonight.
Thank you for having
Boys and
us.
girls, you did a wonderful job. Keep up the good work.